Think about the last big goal you announced. The business, the habit, the dream. How excited were you before you even started? Now ask yourself, why didn't it last? In a small American town, there lived a young man named James. James was full of ideas. Every few weeks, he felt inspired by something new. One month, he wanted to open a small business. The next, he decided to learn ceramics. Later, he talked about building his own workshop. But James had one habit that always held him back. Before he started anything, he told everyone. He posted about his plans online. He talked about them at coffee shops. He told friends and neighbors, "I'm starting something big." People liked his posts. They encouraged him. They said, "That's awesome, James." James felt proud, motivated, important.
That night, he felt like a winner. But when the next morning came, the motivation was gone. Days passed. Nothing happened. Soon, James had another idea. This time, he announced he was going to make handcrafted pottery. Again, people cheered him on. Again, he felt amazing. And again, he never touched the clay. This pattern followed him for years. James talked about dreams. People applauded his intentions, but his life stayed the same. Inside, he felt frustrated and confused. One evening, James sat alone on a park bench near his neighborhood garden. An older man sat beside him. The man didn't talk much, but everyone respected him. He was calm, grounded. "You look troubled," the man said. "What's weighing on you?" James sighed. "I have so many ideas, but I never finish anything. I don't know what's wrong with me." The man listened, then asked, "What do you do when you get a new idea?" "I tell people," James said. "I want them to believe in me." The man smiled gently. "Meet me here tomorrow morning. I want to show you something." The next day, they met in the community garden. The man held 2 seeds. He gave one to James. "Plant this." James planted the seed in the soil. Then the man held the second seed up and said loudly to a few kids nearby, "Look, this seed will grow into something amazing." The kids smiled and walked away. The man placed the seed on a bench uncovered. Days passed. The planted seed was watered quietly. No one talked about it. Slowly, a small green sprout appeared. Week by week, it grew stronger. The seed left out in the open dried up. Birds pecked at it. Nothing ever grew. The man turned to James. "Goals are like seeds," he said. "They need time, quiet, protection. When you share them too early, your brain gets rewarded before the work is done." James felt a knot in his chest. "The praise makes you feel successful," the man continued, "even though you haven't done anything yet. So the drive disappears." James finally understood. That night, he made a promise to himself. This time, he wouldn't tell anyone. He chose one small goal, to build a simple wooden chair. Every evening after work, James spent time in his garage. Some days were exciting. Some days were exhausting. But no one was watching. No one was judging. No one was expecting results. Weeks passed. The chair was finished. James sat down on it and smiled. For the first time, he felt real pride, the kind that comes from effort, not applause. One day, a neighbor noticed the chair. "When did you make this?" they asked. James shrugged. "I've been working on it for a while. You never mentioned it. I wanted to finish first." From then on, James worked quietly. A table, a shelf, another chair. Over time, People began to notice his work. James became known not for his promises, but for his results. Big goals are fragile in the beginning. Protect them. Work in silence. Let progress speak. You don't need to announce what you're building. The world will notice when it's done. So next time you feel the urge to tell everyone about your next big idea, let the seed grow underground. When it's strong enough, it will speak for itself. If this story made you stop, even for a moment, then it was meant for you. Subscribe for more stories that don't just motivate, but quietly change the way you think.